Shifting now to how tonight's results will shape the presidential race going forward.
We want to bring in our analyst, James Taylor, a professor of politics at the University of San Francisco on the left, and live from Petaluma, our political analyst, Brian Sobel. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Brian, first to you. Huge night for Donald Trump. Does this all but give him the nomination?
Well, I'm not sure it gives him the nomination, but it was a huge night for him. The math is such, Frank, that it has to be played out for a while longer. He could actually be denied the number of delegates required to win the nomination, which would result in an open or brokered convention. We'll have to see as we move forward.
Brian, back to you. Speaking of inevitable, do you think on the Democratic side, this was a huge night for Hillary Clinton, that it's now inevitable for her? What can Bernie Sanders take away from tonight? He must be very disappointed.
I would think he would be. He's battled awfully hard, Frank, and is succumbing to the Hillary Clinton ground game, her experience, frankly, running in these kinds of campaigns. Over and again, I think she's demonstrated that at the end of the day, she's going to be the nominee. But for Bernie Sanders, he becomes kind of the conscience of the Democratic Party, talking about many issues that resonate greatly with young people and people who are disaffected, people who are upset with government. He has had a role in this campaign that's been hugely important.
Brian, last question to you here. If Trump does go on to become the nominee, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think the GOP will unite behind him, even though he's been so controversial?
I think at the end of the day, if he gets the nomination, Frank, I think most of the GOP will have to rally around him. It would be the GOP's nominee, but it's going to be one of those things where a lot of establishment people in the Republican Party are really going to have to cite the old expression, hold their nose.
All right, Brian, James, again, like always, thanks for your time tonight, your perspective on all of this.
Thank you.
And stay with KTVU.